This is 22 moments for 22 beautiful years on earth. From number 22 all the way to the best moment that I have in my memory of Aaliyah. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Get your popcorn ready. What are you waiting for? Okay, I'll wait for you to get your popcorn.
If I color your soul like a rainbow, and the color of love is in you.
You know, my very first memory of Aaliyah was probably her 4-page letter video. Of course, I was too young, so I think I was about 10 years. My sister had ran with the rumor, like millions of others do, an honest little mistake. And I was watching the video in the living room, and my sister was like, this is that girl who has that, lazy eye. She wears her swoop around her eye, and she has the lazy eye. And I think it was a four-page letter video. That's what the rumor was, And years later, she comes out and actually says, it's not that. I just like wearing my hair like that. And for whatever reason, I forgot what she said verbatim, but it wasn't a lazy eye. That was my first memory of Aaliyah. Nice video too. And I remember specifically the silver scene where she had that silver outfit. She's throwing the dust. Very epic. I would say that's my first memory of Aaliyah, coming in at number 22. My second memory was probably little bits and pieces here and there of the 1 in a million video. Even though it had came out prior, I think since I didn't have cable all the time when I was a kid, I think that was probably why. That's my second memory that I think I had of Aaliyah, in the 1 in a million video. It was nice, it was pure, it was fun, it was sexy. Yeah, and of course, that memory of 1 in a million is coming in at number 21. My next memory of Aaliyah was boom, 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 boom. Doom, doom, doom. Boom, 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 boom. It was clearly Are You That Somebody? And I remember for sure when that came out. 97, I think it was 97. Yeah, Dr. Doolittle's soundtrack. It was something different. There was no one like Aaliyah. Coming in at number 20, here is Are You That Somebody? This is my third most memorable memory of Aaliyah, and third period. This is my third memory of Aaliyah. I remember the Trinity. It was Monica, it was Brandy, and it was Aaliyah. And Usher was in there too. It was those four coming out all around almost the same time. It was so different. There was no one like her. She did have extensions. The long hair, the pretty face, it was given the 1999, 1998, 1997 prom looks a little bit, if you kind of understand where I'm coming from. They had that it just looked like that. The swag, the outfit, the dancing, the body, the face, the beat, the energy, the star quality, the it factor. There was no one like Aaliyah. Coming in at number 19 of my 22 memories of Aaliyah at 22 for 22 years she was here on earth. Try Again. It was out of this world. It was super. 2000 Y2K was a big year. It was explosive. You had Come On Over Baby by Christina Aguilera. You had Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. You had I Wanna Love You Forever by Jessica Simpson. You had I Wanna Be With You by Mandy Moore. You had Thong Song by Sisqó. You had Pull Over That Ass Too Fat by Trina. Try Again by Aaliyah. Bailamos by Enrique Iglesias. Ricky Martin, Shake Your Bum Bum, Shake Your Bum. It was an explosive year. I will never forget that year. Try Again was huge. I don't see why More Than a Woman wasn't that big. I really don't see why it wasn't that big, because it was super huge. And it still sounds like, if you play it today, it still sounds super. It was ahead of its time. Aaliyah was ahead of her time. That outfit in that video will never be forgotten. It's forever ingrained in people's minds. That's number 19. Sitting Pretty at 18 with I ain't really do that correctly. Come back in one piece, piece, piece. That was my next memory of Aaliyah. I think I'm going in chronological order to my recollection. And it was so raw and street and pretty and fun and real, and it was just, there was no one like her, man. There was no one like Aaliyah. Nobody was fucking with Aaliyah. Nobody. She was that girl. Number 18. You know what? 17. I don't even think I was 17. Joy of Pepsi by Britney Spears came out. And We Need a Resolution came out. I seen it live when she had her blue outfit on. She was on there a couple times when she premiered it on TRL. So that's sitting pretty at number 17 of my fondest memories of Aaliyah. 22 at 22 for 22. Number 16, I'd have to say, is The Diary of Aaliyah. She was everywhere. Aaliyah was everywhere. And she was only getting bigger. Only getting bigger. Like she was, yeah. Number 16 is The Diary of Aaliyah. I think it was May of 2001. I just remember looking at it and just like, damn, like she's gorgeous. Like she's so beautiful. That's my memory coming in number 16 of Aaliyah. My 15th memory, yeah, I was 14 years old. I was 2.5 weeks from my 15th birthday, and this is number 15. 2.5 weeks from my 15th birthday, which the Twin Towers fell down on, and I'm sitting on the couch, and I didn't know how to feel. There wasn't. I don't know if it was sadness. It was just wow. It was wow. Like that's crazy. Like I really didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to think. It was just a sad moment. And with death, even though you are a fan, it drives up sales, And to be honest, when she did pass away, not too shortly after, I did get her Aaliyah album. And I had Brandy the next year, Full Moon. Death does drive sales up, and it's sad that it has to be that way, that it is that way. So when she did pass away, I did get the Aaliyah album at 15 years old. And it was sad, man. And I'm an artist, so of course I was drawing her to my best abilities. I don't know where that picture is that I drew of the Red album. That's my 15th memory of Aaliyah. Oh yeah, that was devastating. My 14th memory, the Rock the Boat video. And kids, we don't really know much about what's going on. We don't really know the truth until we get older, about something. We like, damn. I'll go back to that later. I guess they were kind of hesitant if they were gonna release it or not. Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy. Every morning it would show on BET, MTV, as we show this vision of an angel. And she walks on the beach, headed towards us, looks off, and the video starts. After the video's done, she comes up. It's just sad, bro. We were robbed. We were robbed. Coming in at number 13 is the Access Granted BET version of Rock the Boat video. All I could remember was just, damn, she was gorgeous. Like she was beautiful. Yeah, it was just sad. Number 12, 22 at 22 for 22. Midnight grinding, heart race climbing. You go, I go, 'cause we share pillows. It was definitely the More Than a Woman video. I'm just like, yo, this lady was ahead of the game, ahead of her time, way ahead of her time. Number 12, the More Than a Woman video. What can I say? It was speechless. It was futuristic. The outfits, the makeup, the hair, the dancing. Number 12, More Than a Woman. Number 11th, most fondest memory of Aaliyah. I never say Aaliyah. I always say Aaliyah. Lestat. Come out, wherever you are.
You're bold. You live your life in the open, like I did.
Is that what you're going to do? Queen of the Damned, man. Death drives up everything. I was a fan already. I went to go see it the day it came out, I believe, and I think I went with my older brother. I was still wowed that she's not here in the physical form. I was really still wowed that she's not here in the physical form. Yeah. Amazing performance in Queen of the Damned. The I Miss You video. DMX and all the people she was cool with. He had Free in there. He had AJ, Tony Braxton. Gone too soon, man. It was a moment. It was just like we were still grieving. For me, was a plethora of things. I was looking at the Journey to the Past videos. I got a little older. I didn't have access to everything as a kid, so I got a little older. I was looking at the Journey to the Past videos, the Hot Like Fire, the One in a Million, the Back and Forth, because I was too young when Back and Forth came out. Didn't really have cable, so I really don't remember. So as I got older, all of those Googling and Yahoo and whatever search engines, I just Googling, getting older and finding out all these things I never knew of Aaliyah. When she had that black and yellow dress on with that long, beautiful hair at the VMAs, you know, when Britney performed, Christina performed, and Ricky Martin as Aaliyah. And the winner goes to Aaliyah. Who is Aaliyah? I ain't Aaliyah. I don't lie. Who's Aaliyah? So she was beautiful, just fucking stunning. And then she came out with Ananda Lewis too. I was just like, it was 3 seconds of baddies. I was like, oh my God. The 22 for 22 at 22 is actually, like I said, getting older again, looking at more performances of her. Her vocal ability, she could really sing. Looking at Star Search, just really Googling her performances, you know, Yahoo and her performances, looking at all the performances that I could at that time of what was available to me. Explosive. Baby girl, better known as Ali. It was reports. It was alleging, and just, I wouldn't even say alleging. It was reports from people who were actually on the scene. Whew. That scene, Aaliyah coming out of the taxi. Reports that she was not awake. She was not conscious. She was carried onto the plane. She was given a pill. She was given a sleeping pill, reportedly, in Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah, from people who were on the scene, given a sleeping pill for a headache, reportedly. Going back and forth, really saying she did not want to get on that plane. She didn't want to get on the plane. She goes in the cab, reportedly, where there's air conditioner. She's letting her team handle everything for her. The pilot's arguing, her team's arguing. We got to take this flight. We got to take this flight. She don't want to take the flight. We got to take this flight. Everything has to come with us. Wendy Williams. Love Wendy. I respect the hustle. I respect what she does. But when she produced that movie, she wasn't, and anyone involved in the project was not allowed permission from her estate, her family, to use anything, any sound of Aaliyah's. What was the point of making the movie? I understand, but it's what the people wanted, but what was the point of making it when it was... No. Meeting fans who really go hard for her. It was footage that I never seen before. It was her and the Spice Girls on MTV, Spring Bling, MTV version. I don't know what it was called, but I know she had performed on there and it was refreshing. I'm like, I had just stumbled across it like a couple weeks ago. I was like, I've never seen this before. Seeing the best-selling female group of all time with the princess of R&B. What a moment. Coming in at number 2, 22 for 22 at 22. Just realizing we miss her so much, keeping the legacy alive, constantly seeing her trending, and still being relevant. And we've reached number 1. 22 for 22 at 22. My number 1 most, are you ready for this? My number 1 most memorable, unforgettable moment of Aaliyah was seeing Aaliyah. I was in a couple feet from her graveyard site, in the mausoleum, in Ferncliff Cemetery. I actually had the pleasure to meet with a couple of fans that I hung out with for a couple of days in New York, and just walking in there in the quiet, basically inside cemetery. It was just, it was a moment. It was sadness. It was messed up. It was beauty. Moment of silence. We were having a concert in there. We were playing her music. We were there for like 2 hours. And we actually got to see her dad, her granddad, and her grandmom, and Malcolm X. Malcolm X is outside. We saw Heavy D as well. We were gonna see DMX, but we didn't have time. He's in another cemetery. But that's my most memorable moment. And just knowing that her ashes, her bones, her memory, her presence is there. Mind-boggling, crazy. And I actually had the privilege of being there in the presence of Aaliyah, keeping her legacy alive. Thank you guys for watching. This is 22 for 22 at 22. Yeah. Rest in peace.